lovelies, it's Miss Lady Lace here on my Pinup Glamour channel, and today I have for you my next YouTube exclusive video where I'm demonstrating a hair tutorial on how to style the front of your hair into this fabulous double victory roll look, which is truly iconic. This is a wonderful hairstyle that very much has that 1940s look to it. One of my big inspirations for this style of hair is Betty Grable. And once you master this one, it can be a pretty quick and easy look to create. In the morning, I can take 5 to 8 minutes to create this exact look. The double victory roll is quite often known as the classic victory roll look, as this is what some people class as the only victory roll style. Barrel curls and other such styles are different types of hairstyles. Now, I do disagree with this opinion. I think any manner of hair rolled up to create this is a method of victory roll, but this look creates the V in the hair for the victory roll name, which is why it's known as our classic victory roll look. The style consists of 2 victory rolls. We have a large section and a small section rolling back into this to create our classic look. This look is a bit more of an intermediate skill level, though no matter if you are brand new to vintage styling or have been doing it forever, it's definitely something that will help you get better at vintage styling, because remember, practice makes better. With all that said, let's get into today's tutorial. Before today's tutorial, I simply have day 2 of this set, so I've just got it wrapped up and protected and my hair sectioned and ready to go, but I will talk through the sectioning. You can either just wear your hair out of the back, curl it, or just continue on from a set you already have. For today's tutorial, you're going to need a whole bunch of bobby pins. I'm using both these long ones and shorter ones here. The long ones are really effective because we're doing quite a big style, so having a longer pin is going to secure more of that style and ensure it lasts a lot longer. You'll need a teasing comb, a bristle brush for smoothing, a paddle hairbrush, some hairspray, as well as any other tools if you want to set the back of your hair first. So we'll start by taking this out and I'll talk through what I'm going to do style-wise. So my hair is already resembling the shape we're going to create today. When I set victory rolls, I just have them in soft pin curls, and the back I just have in the hairnet, protecting that overnight. With the sectioning, I've taken a side section and I kind of take that from the outer edge of my iris or the high point of my eyebrow. I section that back a couple inches, and then I take that from that edge and trace that down to the ear to create the large side section. I then take the exact same to the opposite side, creating my smaller side section. Depending how thick or thin your hair is, you may need more or less hair in this section. My hair is a little bit finer, but I do have a lot of it, so I do still have quite a thick section just to get a dramatic and large victory roll. We're going to start by just taking out these victory rolls and pinning them out of the way. So they're not going to look pretty for a little while, but that's alright. With majority of our vintage styling, we're working from back to front, so I'm going to style the back first, so this just needs to be out of the way. So I'll just give this a quick brush and then pop it back into the hairnet. And we'll take out this front section ready to style. We're going to start by giving that a nice brush through, ensuring that there's no knots in either section. And we'll begin by focusing on the larger side. With this roll, I want this flowing off into this direction. So where I want this to sit, I need to pull it up on a high tension. If I pull my tension out to the side like so, when I roll it in, it's going to sit in a very different position, which is not incorrect, and this may be a style you wish to create, but I really want that classic victory roll look where it's really sitting on top like so. To begin, I'm going to take my teasing comb and I'm going to add some volume into the hair using my C motion of pressing down into the scalp, not running backwards and forwards with the comb, just creating friction. So we're pulling up on that high angle. And we're focusing kind of on the midpoint down to the scalp. From here, I'm going to smooth with my bristle brush. And I'm going to take a bit of hairspray and spray this along the edge here. When we spray hairspray, a really great tip I've been sharing lately is you want to spray in the direction you want the hair to flow. If I spray downwards, you'll see that the hair is flicking down with the spray pulling it that way. While if we spray upwards, It's pushing the hair up in the direction we want, and I'm going to use my hands to help mold that into the shape that I desire. Once we're happy with that, I'm going to take 2 fingers, wrapping the hair around this, and we want that behind the back. We're then going to remove the fingers from that O shape so we can roll that down to our scalp, and now we can play with the positioning of this to see how we want that to sit. If we're happy with this, we're going to take some long bobby pins, using our hands to open them and not our teeth so we don't chip our teeth. I'm going to catch the edge of the roll and then press that against the scalp. And this is the best way of applying the pin, both to secure the hair but also so we don't see that pin. I'm going to take a pin through the middle of the roll and press that against the scalp to capture any hairs that are hard to get to. Finishing with a bit of hairspray and lightly smoothing with our hands. I can take my bristle brush and also catch any flyaways around the scalp here. Next, we're going to repeat exactly the same onto the smaller section of hair, starting with brushing through, holding up on a high angle. You may want to do a test victory roll to see where you want that to sit. So I want to roll in and cover that sort of hairline that I've got here with the victory roll. To do this, I need to pull this out on an angle like so. Again, if I have this lower and then I rolled in from this angle, it's going to create a much different look. We'll take our teasing comb and apply some teasing in, smoothing with our bristle brush, being very careful not to catch our victory roll that we've already set. Adding a bit of hairspray, making sure we're spraying in the direction we want that to sit. Smoothing with our hands. We'll then take the 2 fingers and wrap the hair around this section until it's all brought in, and then we remove our fingers from that O shape, wrapping that down to the scalp. Checking we're happy with the placement. I'm then going to take a bobby pin through the back here. I'm then going to take a smaller bobby pin to do this front section, taking a large bobby pin to go through the edge of the front of the roll, and a small pin to push through the center. The size of the pin is really depending on the length of hair I'm covering. So when I'm trying to pin this one in, it's a lot of a wider width here, versus here I don't want the pins poking out the back. Finishing with a bit of hairspray, smoothing with our hands, and that's our double victory roll complete. This is definitely one of my favorite vintage styles to do. It's definitely quick and easy for me to do because I've been practicing this one forever. It definitely looks different all the time depending on how I section the hair. So if yours looks different for some reason, it could be the way you've sectioned it, it could be your haircut, it can be the direction you're rolling in, the angle you're rolling out. So don't stress, you will get better. Practice will make better. I truly hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial and found it a bit of fun. If you have, be sure to give this video a like and a comment, as that really does help me out. If you like early access and exclusive content, I do have my glamour community on Patreon. I'd like to thank all my patrons, but especially my VIP glamour patrons and burlesque glamour students. The support you give me truly helps me in creating more here on YouTube. To follow my daily pinup adventures, be sure to follow @MissLadyLace and be sure to drop me a message so I can follow you back too. To never miss out on my vintage fun, be sure to hit that subscribe button below, and I'll be seeing you all real soon. Stay glamorous!